What's up, you guys? It's your boy Cthulhu coming at you with Ground Zero Episode 3. So, recap last week. We dropped $10 on the original to upgrade the original structure decks. And I find that we were pretty successful. We ended up going 3-1, second place at our locals. On our way to the finals, we beat every meta deck: Primite Blue Eyes, Malice, Ryzeal Mitsurugi. Unfortunately, we lost in the last round. We finally bricked on Brick Eyes in the last round. Nothing we can do about it. In fact, I have the finals uploaded on Friday the 28th if you guys want to go back and check that and just watch me brick. So speaking of this week's upgrades, we have decided to pick up 3 cards, coming nowhere close to the $10 budget. We picked up 1 card for the main deck, 1 card for the extra deck, and 1 tech card for the side deck. So for the idea this week was obviously to add in maybe some not so much extra deck spice, but more stuff for the extra deck, and then trying to figure out consistency for the deck in terms of fixing ratios, and also just adding like more consistency cards. I was originally testing with Bingo Machine Go, since it's an in-archetype search for any Blue Eyes card. The only problem is with Droll being in the format, every time I resolved it and I got Drolled, it just made the deck so much worse. So instead of Bingo Machine Go, I just elected to go for 1 Pot of Prosperity. You can get it for like $2.50 at a Rarity Collection 1 as a super, so that's not too bad. For the extra deck, we're just going with another Spirit Dragon target in Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. So it just gives us more variety of what we can special summon off Spirit Dragon. And then for the side deck, our tech card we're running with is an old card called Sunny Pixie. Sunny Pixie is a level 1 light tuner that says that when it's used for a synchro summon, you gain 1,000 life points. Now, none of my games that I've played with this deck have ever gone to time. It is a grindy deck, so there is always a possibility going to time, especially if I end up playing against another grindy deck. So it doesn't hurt to have those time card options. And then for the rest of the deck, like I said, it was just more or less playing around with ratios, just to, make it less bricky. So let me show you guys what we're running with this week. All right. So one of the first changes we made was the bricks. So we were playing 3 Blue Eyes, 3 Blue Eyes, 1 Jet before. So this week what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try 2 Blue Eyes, 1 Jet. I've been reading Jet wrong the whole time. The past 2 weeks that I've played this game, because I don't read. I was saying before how Jet never comes up for me, not realizing that destroying your opponent's cards also allows him to special summon. So I haven't been doing that, still winning, but now that I actually read the card and stuff like that, should be easier. That's on me. This is still standard, still doing 3 Sage, still doing 3 Maiden. I know some people are now cutting this down to 2. I still really like this card at 3, just because this allows you to be able to play around Droll more. I've been Drolled so many times on this deck, but it's never hurt me because of this, because I do everything before activating Wishes. Wishes is usually not the first card I activate, unless obviously it's the only thing I have to activate. So having this at 3 just helps you play through Droll. Still 3 Kaisers, because this is the pure version and we need as much possible extension, and it's really not a bad normal summon to start out with. You'd be able to do this, make the Spirit, and then you can chain 1, chain 2, so potentially chain block unless they have like Veil or Imperm, and then you just get your Maiden or Blue Eyes, whatever you need in the grave. I've opted to go back to 1 White Stone of Legend. What I've been finding with Wishes is discarding there's been a lot of awkward moments where I'm staring at my hand, making a hard decision about like good cards I really don't want to discard. So this just makes it to where, as a potential wishes discard, where even if like wishes gets ashed, this can still get me like a brick out of my hand, and it's not a terrible discard, and it's, you know, it's obviously not the worst starter. This make the dragon, add Blue Eyes to hand, that way you have something to special summon off the Spirit of Blue Eyes. To the spells, 3 wishes, because it's the best card in the deck. We've opted to knock Roar down to 2. Obviously this could always go to 1. You just need search targets for wishes to be able to resolve. And with Bestials being in the format, I still like being able to get to a second Roar in case one of my Blue Eyes gets banished, which seems to happen a lot, so I can just get it back from the banished pile. Standard 1 Mausoleum. Still rocking 1 Ultimate Fusion. The 1 True Light. And 1 Majesty. And then for our non-engine spells, the 1 Product Prosperity that we added to the deck. And then our hand trap lineup still remains the same. 3 Veiler, best hand trap in the deck because it's just addable. I just call this the Veiler deck. 3 Ash Blossom. 3 Droll. This is like technically, like, you know, obviously we know we can use Veiler as a starter, but I've also won games using this as a starter. Like if I open 2 and I have no other starters, I've normal summoned this, made Spirit in full combo just doing that. 3 Nibiru. The 2 Bestials are Magnuma and our Baldrake. Baldrake went real hard for me last week. And then 3 Imperms. For the extra deck, for the links, still rocking 2 Spirit. It's just, especially with Ultimate Fusion, you can just like keep recycling them back. So could do 3, but 2 seems to be enough. 2 Spheres, same thing. Again, it's something you can recycle off Ultimate Fusion. Still rocking 2 Spirit. And then for our Spirit targets, or technically this one you can hard make as well, but 2 Ultimate Spirit. And then for the true targets for Spirit, the Black Rose, which we added this week, and the Lightstorm Dragon. This card comes up like basically every game. This card is cracked, especially if you can get enough Blue Eyes in the grave. You just pop in everything, whether it's on your opponent's turn or whether they pass turn, and you just pop whatever they have left. And for our fusion, still 2 Tyrant. This card is cracked in this, you know, in this control style version of the deck, because you just keep adding the traps that just keep preventing your opponents from, you know, extending. The 2 Neos for the targeting protection, and then the 1 Indigo. Side deck, like I said, everything's pretty much the same. If it works, why fix it? So we have the 3 Lancia. We have the 3 Ghost Ogres. We have the 3 Ghost Spells. I've thought about changing these to maybe like 3 Board Breakers. But honestly, like if we can just hand trap our opponent from making their full board, then the Board Breakers are not necessary. 3 D Barriers. One Skill Drain for going first. The 1 Call By for going first. And then our tech card, the Sunny Pixie for time. All right, so that is what we're running this week, and hopefully we can keep killing it and get some more pricing. All right, so round one, we end up playing against Phantom Knight, Horse, Fiendsmith. This is actually the same list that just topped YCS Indy this weekend. We win the dice roll. Game one, we get nibbed, but we still end up on too much like back row interruption and hand traps, so we're able to prevent the opponent from playing, and then we just kill them on the crackback. Game two, we both kind of bricked. We both go back and forth on like suboptimal boards, but we're just able to grind out a little bit better and just end the game on a ghost spell off a Pot of Prosperity. Round two, we play against our boy Bernard, also of Team Yokai. I lose the dice roll against Malice. Game one, he pseudo bricks. He opens Pressure Planet and 2 Fuos. I ash his planet and he just passes turn, and then we just OTK with the Indigo Blue Eyes line. Game two, I only opened 1 Veiler, and it was not enough. He goes full board and we just can't play through it. Game three, we end on some interruption, but honestly the 1 Veiler on his White Rabbit was enough. Enough to hold him off, even though he actually ended up calling by our Spirit, but again, the 1 Veiler was enough. So we take round number 2, 2-0. In the finals, round 3, we play against Malice again. We lose the dice roll again. Game 1, my opponent misplayed, but again in the finals, Brick Eyes appears, and we aren't able to really do anything. I think we end on a Blue Eyes and our Nibiru, and we just get killed on the crackback. Game 2, crazy as hell. We actually get shiftered, and I open 1 Imperm, 3 Effect Veiler, and 1 Wishes. I'm able to get a board of a Spirit Dragon, which I purposely knew wouldn't have any effect, obviously, in the graveyard with Shifter being live, and 1 Imperm. The Spirit Dragon is just made because I'm going to make the ulti on his turn, and I'm going to pray that the Imperm and the 1 on-field Omni Negate is enough. My opponent goes SP to banish. He ends up doing the effect where we banish both of our monsters, so now my ulti ends up coming back to the field, non-blown up because it's a different card. So we end up winning a grind game with Ulti Dragon on the field. And then hit game 3, I get shifted again, and this time we cannot play through the shifter. So this just alright, so back-to-back weeks, we end up in second place. Got some prizing. Hopefully we get some good trade bait, or maybe something to use. I'm not sure what we could use as one of us in this deck anyway, because we're not, if we pull a barrel, we still can't run just like 1 barrel dragon. So hopefully we get some good trade baits or some things we can hold on to invest for the future to hopefully build out this deck a little bit more. So let's take a look what we got. All right, so we got Suda but we got 5 packs of Suda for prizing. OTS, we didn't pull anything. We just pulled one of the shitty supers. So hopefully we can get something good out of these. Let's see. More Argo Stars. Pack number 2. Queen Azamina Ultra. I mean, it's okay. I don't think it's worth anything though. It might be like $1 or so. So we got 1 Ultra. I swear I've pulled 1,000,000 of these things. Let's see. Another Dark Contact. Come on, QCR, baby. QCR. Or a barrel, because it'll be good trade bait too. Okay. So, this is usable in the deck if we somehow, if it drops in price or by other means, can get hold of a Crimson Dragon. This is a card we might hold on to, honestly, just in case we can somehow get onto some other support for the deck. Not too bad, honestly. And then Evil Soul, more Evil Hero stuff. All right, so not the greatest surprising. Possible investment into the future of the deck, and then this will go straight in the trade binder. So, in conclusion, again, deck feels really good. In terms of the additions we made to the deck, only one of them comes up today, and that's the Pot of Prosperity that essentially won me the game against Phantom Knights, because after all was said and done, at the end of my turn, I Pot of Pros for Bell, and he pretty much just screwed from there, because the Bell just checked anything he wanted to extend into. Moonlight didn't come up at all today, and then didn't go to time at all, so the time card never came up. But in conclusion, one thing I did want to bring up before I forget. So we only spent about like $3 this week on upgrading the deck. So I'll leave it up to you guys. You can let me know in the comments. I'll also probably put a poll up on the channel. Since we have like $7 left over, I'll let you guys decide as an addition to the rules. Possibly, if we take that $7 and roll it over to the next week, and so next week we start with $17, or if we just lose the $7 and we just still stick with the $10 next week. I'll leave that up to you guys. Honestly, I can take it or leave it, whether we just stick with the 10 and we don't roll over any money. Rolling over money would lead to possibly, keep playing the same deck, but eventually we get into the more expensive stuff over a few weeks. I'll leave that up to you guys, but I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you are, just please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. It helps with the algorithm. Thank you guys, and have a good one.